Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the East Rink here at the Skating Club of Austin for tonight's TVL matchup between the visiting Wolverines of Westwood High School and your Norwood Mustangs. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineup. First, for Westwood, at forward number 6, Nolan Lewis. At forward number 7, Matt Donahue. The other forward, number 20, Tim Donahue. Starting on defense tonight for Westwood, number 2, Ryan Sullivan. And number 4, Josh McCabe. And starting in the goal tonight for Westwood, number 31, John Quinn. And now the starting lineup for your Norwood Mustangs. At forward, number 4, Mark Trahan. Forward number 16, Brendan Lee. And at forward number 21, Jacob Sheehan. Starting on defense tonight, number 19, Kevin Roach. And at the other knee, number 25, Max Conley. And between the fights tonight for your Mustangs, number 31, Brady Foley. At this time, we would ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America and those that serve to protect her with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the East Rink here at the Skating Club of Austin as we begin a Friday night Battle of the Woods. Not only we have Westwood and Norwood here in Norwood, but across the way, the girls and boys basketball teams are also taking on each other this afternoon. Mark Hoover along with Morgan Donahue from Westwood, so this is going to be quite a little battle here, even on the booth for this one. And Morgan, boy, I think this one is shaping up to be a really good contest.
Absolutely. I mean, these two teams, they bring out the best in each other. TVL is still on the line. What I'm expecting today, physical game, tight checking game, an exciting game, especially when both teams are still vying for a TVL championship.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a good one. It always is a good one. Norwood coming off a big win. They had been on the schneid for 6-game losing streak, and it had been a while since the Mustangs had to go through that, but a big win the other night against Holliston. And your Wolverines had a very exciting one the other night with an overtime win against Hopkinton.
Yep.
So we'll see something, like you said, both squads fairly evenly matched record-wise, power ranking-wise. So we'll see exactly what's to transpire. As, like you said, there is a lot, Morgan here kind of riding on this game in terms of TVL standings and whatnot.
Absolutely, and like we said, there's some history. Norwood won the first game this year versus Westwood. It was December 21st. They won 8-4. So that's definitely still in the back of Westwood's mind. It was also a very exciting game last year. Westwood at home versus Norwood, overtime winner.
Yeah.
Off the stick of Max O'Brien. So there's always competitive games against these two. There's always a lot of big hits, and some of them turn into power plays too. And, some of these games are decided by special teams. And, if you're Westwood, the last thing you want to do is give Norwood an opportunity to go on the power play against you.
You mentioned that, Morgan, and it has been kind of a tougher year for Coach Allen and the squad as he's been trying to work these lines and combinations. And one of the things that recently transpired against the Dedham was to move the junior Mark Trahan, number 4, up from defense up to the forward position. Shot there, gets screen, doesn't get all the way through, but you kind of put him now on the power play with Sheehan, Valeri, Martin, and Gillis, and it's pretty potent. You have almost 5 forwards, so yeah, staying out of the box probably for both squads is going to be the name of the game tonight.
Yeah, when you move far easier to move a defender up front than a forward back.
Yep.
Defensemen see the ice well. Also, a defender, they're more physical, so what he's probably trying to do there, too, is these defensemen win puck battles. A lot of these games are decided by these 50-50 puck battles. Who comes away with the puck in the corner to take that to the net and get, some goals? And guess what? Coaches will take some ugly goals.
Yep. It counts on the score sheet no matter where it is.
Yeah.
Sviat Tipkin brings it in, gives that shot there that Quinn is able to gobble up the senior goaltender. Morgan, you had mentioned, there are a couple goalies here that,
Yep.
Holland is the senior captain, and he's been playing well, and Quinn, so it's kind of a nice problem to have. We have 2
Big
good,
time.
solid goaltenders.
They are 2 of the very best, in my opinion, in the TVL. Jack Holland was the goalie of the year last year in the Tri-Valley League. John Quinn was the starting goaltender for Catholic Memorial last year, and they have been a huge asset for the Wolverines, and they've kept them in big games. They've kept them in games where they've been able to win in overtime, get late goals. So that's all you can ask for in your goaltending, and that's exactly what you need come playoff time.
Well, what the Mustangs have been able to do this year, despite the record, is they tend to outshoot their opponent, but unfortunately they haven't been able sometimes to find the back of the net, the exception being, again, the other night when they put 5 in against a very good goaltender for Holliston.
Yeah, he's terrific.
Yeah, so
he's an Ashland kid too. So
yes.
He's got the blue pads.
Yeah.
Wearing the red jersey.
Yeah.
And bringing those 2 teams together has made it a really solid team.
For
You're
them,
getting the all-stars from both teams to make that one team.
Yep. Yeah, it's great to see Holliston and Ashland, because if you look at Holliston's record, last year they only had 1 win. The year before that they had 2, and now they're poised to make at least a tournament bid.
Yep. So
it's kind of nice for those guys. But we are, again, kind of underway. Both squads trying to get themselves skates, feeling each other out, kind of trying to get into a groove here as Billy Conley tries to clear it. It's unable to do so. Works the other 4 corner.
Good stick there by Kevin Roach, able to knock that in the corner, go to battle for it where it's out of threat from your goaltender. There's a little backhander there by, I think, Sean Blomquist, one of the captains. So we talked a little bit before the game. Westwood just clinched the playoffs the other day, and that is they clinched for the 42nd consecutive year in a row. It started in 1983.
Yep.
Part of that streak is Sean Blomquist's father. So Scott Blomquist, Sean Blomquist, part of the same 42-year streak. Remarkable story.
It really is. It really is an amazing number for that particular program. And again, you talk about some terrific playoff games that these 2 squads have had. I think back, a couple of the
overtime
Canton,
winner.
the overtime winner.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think back to that.
I think about some of the playoff games that they didn't play too. So how about a couple years ago, Norwood winning against Tewksbury on the road? They slayed the Dragon, the 1 seed.
Exactly.
I was coaching for Westwood, and we had won a big game too. We beat Whitman Hansen's shot on net just go wide. That was Blomquist. We had beat Whitman Hansen when we checked the score sheet, and we go, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They went into Tewksbury, beat the number 1 seed, who was probably the best team in Division 2.
At the time, they sure were.
Win.
Yep.
And it was everyone in the TVL that year won their first round playoff game.
That was exciting. It really is, the move from the Bay State a number of years ago down to I'd say down, but moved to the TVL.
Yeah.
Just the competition is unbelievable, and it to see all the programs do really well.
Yes. Yep. Even the TVL Small has got some great teams.
They
so
really
last year, the Division 4 state champion was DS Weston.
Yeah.
And DS Weston at one point last year was a top 20 team in the globe.
Yeah. It's some good sports up and down. So Roche there tries to get it, but he's dispossessed early, and Rolf jumps in on him. Jason Gillis, who had a goal the other night.
This is where both teams are going to try and get their game going. Speed through the neutral zone. You get that speed right in between these blue lines, you're making it very difficult for the defense to catch up to that speed and make a good play defensively.
Some work down here as Fiat Antipkin tries to bury that one. Quinn strong to the task on there as there was a little bit of traffic in front of him.
Norwood with a great forecheck, making it really difficult Westwood to try and get that broken out of their own zone.
It's a nice job there to back check too, as Holtgren is able to help out defensively for the Mustangs. They get a change here.
Great flow to start, back and forth.
Really is.
Been some physical start as well.
Lee, who also had a goal over the rebound there. Oh, and Sheehan was trying to pick that one up.
So just a terrific entry there by Lee. He worked it inside, worked it towards the middle. The D were still going back towards their goalie. Used that as a screen, got a nice shot on net.
As the aforementioned Trahan tries to go near side. We had mentioned how he's really stepped up.
He's definitely got, you could see he's got some offensive skill to his game,
Oh, yeah.
you know, even as a defenseman. So it's a great move there by head coach Chuck Allen. You know, Wolverines going 2-1 the other way. It was Lewis and Matt Donovan, both sophomores for the Wolverines. I think we're
just missed the connection there to Trahan. But yeah, and I think what was happening again when they were kind of just not firing all cylinders.
Yeah.
Coach Allen was trying to find a spark here and there, and at one point actually he'd moved Kevin Roach from the defensive position up to forward just to try to find that combination, and they were just struggling to get some sort of offensive output in terms of goals. Again, they were probably carrying play a lot of their games, but they just were having trouble finishing. And so we'll see that hopefully they can, the Mustangs can work off that momentum from what was a 4-goal third period against Holliston.
Yeah, when you get 3 in a row, 4 in a row, and even more, you start to get the mental block where you're afraid to make a mistake.
Yep.
So you got to go back to the basics of play free, loose. You don't want to be tight while you're playing because that's when you do make mistakes. But just to go out there, put everything behind you, focus on what's in front of you, and you know what? You can't even think about the outcome. Focus on the process.
Right.
Good shifts.
Yep.
Good, responsible play. The goals will come. The wins will come.
Well, Gill's trying to put the shoulder in there, but Quinn strong as well. 7:34 here. Some end-to-end action. I mean, they've really kind of, no one really even started off tentatively here, right? Sometimes you have that first minute or two of kind of like feeling each other. I think this was like one of those, let's go, right?
They hit the ice running.
Yep. I think both squads know the importance of this one. And again, if you can't get worked up in terms of hockey for a Westwood-Norwood matchup,
Tim Malloy trying to work it inside, but a heck of a defensive move there. Was that number 10, Billy Connolly? Yeah, so you were mentioning, Mark, a lot on the line. So Westwood right now, 8-3 in the TVL. Norwood is 7-4. So Westwood has that edge. Norwood, if they win today, it's going to make things a lot interesting. Westwood has one more game with Dedham after. Norwood's got to play Hopkinton.
Yep.
Those aren't easy wins for either team.
No. Yeah, and I guess the only thing for, at least for Norwood, you got Hopkinton down here. You don't have to head up that way, which is kind of nice.
It is a zoo out there.
It's crazy.
You go in there in the 10 rinks.
Yeah,
and you got to
figure out where you are.
Yeah,
exactly right.
72A. It is you
huge complex.
Are we still in Massachusetts?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Need your
Change
passport.
a zip code. So see if the Mustangs can. McDougal and Gills will dump in. Looks to peel out to get the change. Sheehan dives in, looks to cycle it back down there. It's Trahan quick to that puck there. He's got 3 Wolverines on him.
Smart play. So I think Gillis was making the change. And Trahan and the other forward keeping the possession. They're waiting for the other player to come in. They're not going to – your chances of scoring there are low. So holding on to that possession, waiting for that player to come in. Maybe you find him streaking in, but very high IQ play of holding on to that and waiting for that additional Norwood player to come in the zone.
So some good forecheck here. As Lee backed up to the point for Ferrioli, zips it all the way around. Trahan will backhand it, goes back and forth, and it looks like.
And this is how Norwood draws penalties. When you get teams chasing around like this, eventually a stick's going to go on the skates. An elbow might go high.
Hold here or there. Nice little
when they
pin there by Blaney.
They get their game going right now with this puck movement and maintaining the possession.
Trying to get all the way through, but nice job there. Boy, I tell you, you talked about the goaltending at Westwood, and that's through traffic, and Quinn was able to gobble that one up and not give up any rebound. And a fantastic save because you get the stoppage of play, you get a chance.
Get a new guys out there. Yep.
Fresh legs for Westwood.
That was a fantastic shot. I mean, that was a very quick one-touch shot, and Quinn was ready for it too. So I mean, just as both very impressive shot save.
So second line out here, forwards for Chuck Allen. Zipped all the way across.
So this line for the Wolverines, you got 20 and 7, both brothers. Tim Donovan, senior captain, Matt Donovan, sophomore forward. And then Nolan Lewis. Nolan Lewis is the hero in the Hopkinton game on Wednesday.
The overtime winner. Yeah.
Went a little crazy on the goal call.
Yeah.
Nolan Lewis!
Nothing wrong with that.
With the walk-off.
That's right. Those are some of the best ones.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the best ones.
The funny thing is the Ice House, there's fans set up in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's the away fans. So I feel bad because I'm kind of breathing,
feel bad?
Yes. For a second. And then I'm enjoying the win.
Exactly. As you should.
Hey, we are fans of our teams.
Yep. Not going to make any bones about it. So
5 minutes remaining here in the first. Very quick start to this period.
Yep.
And right back in the action.
Yeah, that is the beauty of this, right? I mean, there no TV timeouts, no nothing.
No.
Boom, get ready, face off, let's go.
Yeah.
So Sullivan brings it around behind, tries to come up the boards here to Lewis, but he's bothered there by Conley. Still kind of poking there, and that might give us an ice right there. Nope, waved off down there.
Deflection.
Yep.
Yeah. But
so
no one played.
Well, it was funny. I think everybody kind of stopped.
Yeah.
And no whistle, so on they go.
Great speed through the neutral zone there.
Valeri at 28 and TJ Martin, number 29. The two of them, it's kind of been the running joke of this. Is they look so much alike. They've got a similar skating styles, 28 and 29. One of them tucks their sweater in, and you're like, really, guys?
It's got the Gretzky tuck,
Yep.
and then we're going to have
there
our
you
first
go.
power play. Yep.
You were talking about, you've got a little bit. Norwood seems to kind of taken a little bit of that offensive zone time here against the Wolverines.
Yeah, Westwood was chasing a little bit, and when you have that kind of reaction, you're destined to draw a penalty, and they did. And we're going to get our first look at Norwood's power play. One thing that I used to see when I was coaching against Norwood is they move the puck very, very well.
Yep.
The keys on their power play are the half-wall guys. They're going to move it to them. Those guys usually go to the net with speed, and they typically find that backdoor guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of tap-in goals because they move the puck so well. They catch the other team watching, and then they'll find guys going right to the net for a nice, quick one-timer or tap-in goal.
So Donovan goes for the cross check. Yeah, just over 4 minutes. So Mustangs on their first one. We talk about trying to keep that initially on the outside. Sheehan will top it back up there to Valeri. Valeri pass TJ. They go back and forth. We're going to hear that shoot from the fans.
It's like a Bruins game.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like
a great movement. And they're looking for that back door right there. So that's what I'm talking about when the back door, when they move it off to the side.
There's a tip in right there. And I think Sheehan's going to get the tip in.
That was all from a shot from the point by Valeri.
Yeah.
Threw it on net. Good things happen when you throw it on net. You got a screen there, and you also get a tip. And a great finish for Noah to get on the board 1-0.
Yeah, so Sheehan will get that one at 3:26, a power play goal. But you're right. I mean, you called it there. That's kind of what the Mustangs have been doing, and they did that very well the other night against Holliston, where they would move it around the outside. And again, no one's really standing still, right? There's constant movement, not only with the puck, but even more importantly, movement away from the puck, right? Trying to, find that opening.
It's disciplined hockey where you can't let them get on the power play because their power play is, I'm telling you, they score one minimum a game power play goal.
Yep.
And on a good game, they'll score 2, 3. They move it so well, and they do the right things. They throw it on net. They crash the net. They'll have 3 guys, and it'll be one extra Norwood guy going to a loose puck in front of the net.
Well, we had mentioned at the outset that, you're going to want to stay out of the box. Both squads are going to want to stay out of the box, right? You don't need to give either one of these teams, an unnecessary advantage. And the Wolverines took the penalty, and the Mustangs took the advantage of it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the Wolverine response is. But 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes here, and Tipkin trying to work it all the way in. Just loses an edge there, no call. Continues to battle in the corner. They try to come away with it, but right there, Grenham takes it, shoots that one wide. Gloved in nicely, able to keep that one, did so.
Norwood with a great response after the goal, right back in a Westwood zone, and they're getting their forecheck going, a couple shots on net. And this is where they also make their bread and butter is turnovers.
Yeah.
Can't tell you how many.
Oh, nice job there as Lee was driving the net, looking to get Trahan. Trahan on the backhand, tries to walk it out. Traffic in front, but nobody there, and we'll see what happens here as Ferrioli tries to, that gets blocked, doesn't get all the way through. Trahan buzzing right now. As Rolfs tries to get it out, he battles there with Ferrioli.
Puck battles.
Yeah.
Puck battles on the corners, on the boards.
Yeah, and you want to try to stay, sometimes you want to try to stay away from that scrum necessarily and kind of hope that puck bounces out.
Absolutely.
You know, don't get sucked in.
You want to win it and then have your guy crash in the net and you toss it over there.
That's right.
A lot of it, sometimes it takes the 2-on-2s. You know, it's like a rugby scrum sometimes to come away with those possessions. But Norwood, I mean, very impressive. Right after that goal, they didn't sit back. They went right back on the offensive, being aggressive in the Westwood defensive zone. So
McDougall sets in here, takes faceoff, wins it back quickly, and a snapshot there by Valeri doesn't get all the way through. That was a nice faceoff win and a quick shot by Ryan. So Quinn will stop it here with 1:38 left in the first period. As you mentioned, a very quick period.
Yeah.
They go, it's like, you look up and you're like, whoa.
Just blinked. That's offside.
Yeah, Donovan couldn't quite get back out. One too many moves there on the blue line, and then looked like his brother.
So right
maybe
now,
we'll talk about that on the way home.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Right now, for the seeds, if the playoffs were to start today, Westwood at 13, number 13 in the power rankings. They'd be 13 in the seeds. Norwood at 23. So a win for either team. They're looking to move right back up. If you can get in that top 16, you get a home game.
It's nice having a home game.
That's the goal.
Yep.
You know, Westwood hasn't had that in the last couple of years. They want that badly. You know, where not only just at home, you want Norwood Community Media to cover your game. You want Westwood Media Center to be at that game too.
Right. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. The Mustangs do have a little bit of work cut out for them to hop into that, that top 16 spot.
But
we'll see what they do one game at a time, right? Need to win here and then take care of. They got King Philip to end it, which is not by any easy task right there.
No, we called Westwooders King Philip on Saturday. King Philip came away with the 3-0 win.
Yeah, they're a good, solid program, and they have been for a while.
Yep. Their head coach Toby Carlo, he's an old Medfield's coach. He won a state championship with Medfield. A terrific coach.
30 seconds here, 2-on-2. Sviat just gets that one on net, and Quinn will take the face-off. But yeah, this is always an exciting time of year as we start to wind down the regular season. It's a long season. Well, actually, it's not. I mean, you start right after Thanksgiving for tryouts, and then here we are in the beginning of February. We're about ready to wrap up for regular season.
It is the longest season of all of them.
Yep.
Right after Thanksgiving, that Monday after Thanksgiving is the first day of tryouts.
Yep.
And then it can go all the way into middle of March.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's a grind. But this is exciting, especially come playoff time when the weather gets nicer.
Yeah.
Get a little bit more light out there.
Yeah.
It's the best time of year for hockey.
Without question. 2 seconds left here. Conley was trying to wind the time down and burn it, but wasn't able to do so. As a great and quick first period. Yep. Both teams kind of came out a little bit back and forth. Mustangs seemed to generate a little bit more offense, there for a little bit. So Sheehan gets the power play goal.
I have a update in the girls basketball game.
Yep.
So after one quarter, Norwood is up 15-11 on Westwood. So it's going to be we'll be getting
always
additional
good
updates
ones.
throughout
Always
this.
Good ones.
Yeah.
Always good ones. So Sheehan with a power play goal for the only goal of the first period. Mustangs take a 1-0 lead into the second. We'll be right back with second period action. And back and ready here as the teams are back out on the ice, getting ready for second period action. Morgan, we saw, again, both squads kind of, not even really a feeling out point there for the first period. If you're Westwood, again, you're only down 1, so it's certainly got plenty of time. What do you think they're going to need to kind of focus on here going into this beginning of the second?
You got to get hungrier. They were chasing that first period. That's how, a penalty was drawn by Norwood. Norwood then ultimately scored a power play goal. So what Westwood's got to do is you got to be physical. You got to knock them off the puck. You got to win puck battles that way, and then have Norwood start chasing you.
Right.
So you got to be able to have them play your game. Westwood was not able to play their game that first period. Norwood was.
Yeah.
But when you're able to be physical, win some puck battles, start taking it to the net, get your forecheck going, maybe draw a penalty, get a power play going, that's when you really are still starting to feel comfortable, especially on the road. You pop a goal here, it's tied up.
Yeah.
Now you get Norwood thinking a little bit.
Right.
You got some momentum too. You feel like you're playing downhill if you get the tying goal to then, maybe get the go-ahead goal. So it starts with you got to get that next goal if you're Westwood, but before you can even do that, you got to start dictating your game.
Yep.
Get the confidence going, speed, but to have the puck on your stick, you got to win some puck battles. Got to be physical out there.
We had mentioned, I think it was, and I'm looking across the way as the ref is checking something with the door, but for those that did tune in against the Holliston-Norwood matchup earlier this week, between periods, the ice gets a little wet here. We had a whole little science project about this rink is obviously it's beautiful, but it's comfortable, it's toasty, it's warm, it's a warmer rink. This is also, as we know, primarily a figure skating facility.
Yep.
And so the ice temperature here is actually, it's a bit softer. And so we got our Zamboni, our hand Zamboni coming through. So this is exactly what Chuck Allen had asked for last time against Holliston. So
and this has been going on for a couple of years. I remember during COVID, I remember texting my buddy Dan Ferrari, he's the coach of the defense, in the middle of the game saying, what was going on? I thought there was an injury. There was only one camera, so you couldn't really tell.
Yep.
And he said it was the ice. They were waiting, giving the ice another 3-4 minutes. And I think they took almost like 4 or 5 minutes. And I don't blame them because, the ice still, it's been about 7 minutes since the Zambonis have come off.
Yep.
And I'm still seeing some moisture out there versus ice.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is kind of new. We've got this now. It's a new aspect to playing here at the East Rink is that we keep squeegees handy for the refs. But Morgan, I think to your point, you're kind of right. In terms of rather than reacting to what's going on, you want to be dictating.
Yes.
And right off the bat,
Lewis,
coming in there as Lewis gets that, snapshot off right there, and Foley's got to make the glove save. But yeah, I think for both squads, you want to be dictating versus, acting rather than reacting to what's going on. And
it's a mindset too. You want to have that mindset of, it's confident.
Yep.
There's no hesitation in your game. I'm going in that corner. I'm going to win it. I don't care how ugly it is. I'm going to win that battle. When you start thinking about, can I win this battle? I don't know. That's when you see the hesitancy and the other teams going in there and getting easy wins. So you gotta go in there saying I'm getting it, to heck on high water. I'm coming away with this puck battle.
So a blistering slap shot by Roach. A little offsides there. Again, still trying to get that surface to settle down a little bit.
It's always typically in the center of the ice. The Zamboni, when it starts against the glass, does its whole lap. And the last laps it does is right in front of the goal, right in front of the crease areas. So you'll see here, especially right in the middle of the ice is where there's got its most moisture.
So Mustangs will try to break it out here. Valeri able to chip it out of the zone. Picked up there by Malloy. Malloy will try to spring Martin up there. Mustangs come right back. A little bit back. And woof.
Ooh, on net.
On net is like one of those, sometimes the goalies are like, oh, that's going to be icing. And then they see at the last minute, like, not if it goes in the net.
That was another shot
Loose
on
right
net.
there. Oh.
It was a shot from the point by
great
Cave
shot.
And Martin there on the doorstep waiting for a rebound. It's a good job by Foley to push that rebound off to the side. And then Malloy with an opportunity. Another save by Foley.
Yeah, it's exactly kind of the start that probably Westwood was looking for, right? Yep. A little bit of more zone time here for them. And, again, a tie-up by Foley, able to swap things out.
Mm-hmm. hockey's a sport too where you build on shifts, right? You have a good shift, then you bring the next line on. You build another good shift, and that's when you can really get the confidence going, is when your lines are starting to flow. And not only that, if you're rolling, and we got to have a penalty called on. Nope, it was a delayed offside. It looked like so. The shot on net saved by Quinn. But when you add those shifts together, and especially if you're rolling a few lines, that third period, you're going to have fresh legs. And both teams have that advantage of having multiple lines that they can go to for getting out there and making an impact on the game.
Grenham tries to backhand on the rebound, just sends it wide. Grenham again dips into the corner, takes a nice bump there by Fengler. Zips across, but a nice pinch by Conley. Tried to spring there, is able to do so as Dalton puts some pressure on. Mustang swinging around. Conley will get it, but it goes past him. Wolverines having some nice zone time here. Blaney, sophomore, pumps on the brakes, looks to the give and go. Battle there in the near corner, trying to come away.
Big hit by Connor Blaney. We'll see if that gets the momentum going for the Wolverines. They needed something to, and the Wolverine den is showing.
Yeah, between periods we saw some.
The scally caps.
I was going to say some fine dressed young men all dressed up here for the action tonight.
Like the Peaky Blinders.
That's right. Yeah. It is it's kind of tough, right? Because like you said, you've got that doubleheader basketball, and you've got this big matchup all happening all around the same time. That you got to figure out where you're going to.
And we're going to have a power play here, so it's a penalty on Norwood. Westwood's going to get their first look at a power play.
So Trahan's going to go at 12:01.
So
Chuck Allen's one's a little expect. Yep. So yeah, big moment here for both squads, right? I mean, if you're Westwood, you're certainly looking to see if you can't capitalize on it. We talked at the beginning about not giving anybody some sort of extra advantage.
There's going to be additional on here. I don't know if there's a 10-minute and they have to have number 8 serve. So 8, Dan Reen is going into the box. So it looks like there might be a 10-minute, unsportsmanlike misconduct where it was a Trahan,
yeah.
He'll have to sit for 10, and then the 2 minutes will be for Reen in the box.
Yeah.
So we see 2 on the scoreboard. The 10 you won't see, so Trahan won't come back on the ice till 2 minutes left in the period.
Right.
But I don't know if it was something said or if it was the penalty itself.
Sometimes, there's that little chippiness that they've got Trahan's up on there at the 10-minute.
You'll never see that. They'll take that off, and it's just
doesn't belong up there, right? And I think he's going to go
because that person's sitting in the box. Even if a Westwood goal happens, Reen will come out of the box. So it's a penalty that you have to sit in, regardless of goals that go in. It's a misconduct's a misconduct,
and not something that Chuck Allen is going to be looking for. Is Trahan big part of that power play, big part of the offense?
It's a big piece.
To lose him for basically the second period can't be easy.
No.
Donna Brown's going to try to figure out exactly what numbers to put up.
So I do have a score update in the girls' basketball game. So Norwood with the lead at the half, 26-16 on the Wolverines. So Norwood 26, Westwood 16 at the half. Another low-scoring half.
Yeah, I think if we looked at the first time that they met when Westwood came over to Norwood for girls basketball, it was a low-scoring affair.
Great defense, both teams.
Yep.
Well coached too. They make it there's no easy baskets, no free baskets.
No. Yeah, you were talking to some of the best coaches in not just women's basketball, but basketball
absolutely
as a whole. So great little work there by Sheehan. Sheehan still gets on the stick.
That was a fantastic job to
look at that.
Work the puck out, and he's getting a forecheck going on a power play, or on his penalty kill.
Still able to there.
He's just battling
really burning some time there. Looks to send that out front. Quinn pokes it there to Dumais.
Dumais,
Dumais, nice.
Dumais is 14. He's their top, leader on the power play there, number 14. He works the top of the umbrella. And Westwood's kind of try and get it up to him. When he gets it, he's going to work it across. Timmy Donahue working it down low to brother Matt Donahue. They're going to try and work it around the other side. And Lewis.
Yeah, nice job of keeping that in. Yep.
So Lewis had the game winner in overtime versus Hopkinton on Wednesday. And Wolverines looking to get some momentum off of that confidence. You know, the power play was not working well versus King Phillip on Saturday. There's a shot on net. That get through? It did.
Yeah, it looked like it did because I saw Roach had his back turned to it, and I think basically Foley kind of reached through and was able to see that all the way
Great
through.
eyes.
So, yeah.
To see through that traffic. Westwood did a good job getting that traffic. I'd like to see that puck a little lower where you're going to get more of a rebound.
Yep.
But that was a good look up top to get a shot on net with some bodies out there.
But you had mentioned, Dumais, and he did exactly what you said he was going to do, walk that blue line and try to go through traffic. That one pops up right there. Oh, that was juicy for a second.
Great
Mustangs
job by
can't
Norwood
get
clearing that out.
Cleared deep enough, but enough to kill that sometime. 30 seconds left here in the man advantage for the Wolverines. Malloy brings it in.
Good job by
sees
Foley.
it well, yeah.
He tied that up. You know, that's not an easy play to tie up. Typically, you'll see the goalie steer it into the corner. He's able to get a glove on that, get a face-off. The 24 seconds remaining on the power play.
So one nicely there by the Wolverines. Also looks there across the far side. Intercepted and
great anticipation there.
So Blaney will get it back to Malloy. Malloy looks to come all the way through. Sullivan looks to shovel that through, but intercepted there. And Ferrioli takes it all the way down, and that'll do it. So the Mustangs are able to clear it and kill it off. 9:56 left here in the second, still holding that 1-0, and then Westwood responds with an ice, which is probably a little unfortunate. You know, you've got the chance here. That gives the Mustangs a chance to get the line set that they want.
Yep. And that's one of the advantages you have as the home team is you can make the last change.
Yep.
So you can see the guys Westwood are going to bring out, and then you can counter with the different lines you want to, go up against those lines. So that's a small thing, but it does add up, especially come third period of, matchups.
So Grenham steps in for Trahan in that first line. Shovels it down there. Grenham just a junior. They got a number of juniors still left on this team, so.
Just when you think Norwood's going to graduate players, they're bringing a whole new, feeder system of guys.
We don't rebuild, we reload.
They
right?
get it done. Yeah. It's unbelievable. And we used to, Medfield too.
Yep.
It's these. Just when you think, all right, it's our year. We got good guy. We got a good team coming back. Maybe they're going to lose a bunch. No, they have guys that step right in, and they do a terrific job year over year.
Conley thought about going back and wisely just kind of pivoted and just dumped that back in deep. He steps in. Nice pinch there. Kept onside. Stapled there on the back boards. Sheehan trying to see if he can't settle it through. He and Grenham are working together down below. Oh, terrific job there. Quick little shot there by Ryan Grenham.
And that was another puck battle in the corner.
Yep.
Norwood just keeps going out, winning it. They send it up to the point. He gets the shot on net. Great save by Quinn where there's no rebound, but those guys then go right to the net after that puck battle win. So Norwood's doing all the important things right now, and Westwood's got to be able to counter that.
Yeah, so you talk about some of the little things that don't go noticed, right? I mean, the assists, the goals, those are kind of fun, but little things like, the smart pinch. If you're going to make it, do it, right? And there's nothing more, nerve-wracking than a defender who's thinking about making the pinch and then no, if you're going to go.
Yes.
And
calculated risk. You gotta, if you're going, you better know 100% that you're going to beat keep that puck in front of you.
Yep. And Ryan Grenham was able to do that on that last shift there. So
the tough thing though, Mark, is when you have nerves and your heart is going a million miles an hour, you're not thinking rationally. So are you able to have a calm heart to make those decisions where your percentage of making the right one is high.
Yep.
So it's what makes this sport so interesting is being able to make smart decisions when your heart is racing 170 beats a minute and someone's coming to lay a big hit on you as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then having and the same thing too is obviously having the confidence in your teammates to know that you'll be able to make that play and have that support and that backup.
Yep.
So Roach there lets that puck come to him, sits loose there, and ooh.
Great save by Quinn.
Yeah, way to stay with it. It looks like it almost was going off a Sullivan stick there. Meanwhile, you got Sheehan diving there to the back post, but smart play by John Quinn to corral that one.
I was talking to Quinn before the game, and he had a couple different balls up against the glass that are those ones that when it hits the ground, it bounces different directions. So he certainly had those cat-like reflexes ready for that opportunity. A big hit in the corner there.
Big hit on the corner. Sheehan tries to do it.
And the Wolverine Den making their voices heard. That was Sean Blomqvist on the far side on that hit.
That was a nice solid hit, and Rochi's right back at it defensively as he tries to make Martin go wide, high up off the glass. That'll stay in play here. Mustangs getting a couple changes, kind of a inopportune time there for a change, but fortunately able to get some bodies back on as McDougal hops in. Looking to go out front. Oh, nice look out front. Sullivan will gather it up. Zips across over there.
Oh.
Shot goes wide, trying to bounce it around. Mustangs got it into the feet of Valeri. Valeri will zip it in, and Quinn will get the tie-up with 7:25 left here in the second.
That was some good looks for the Wolverine D. I like how they found their defensive partners. If the puck was a little bit more flat, I think Dumais would have had some time to go walk that in, get a better look on that net. But they're starting to make some good adjustments to get some quality shots on net, and starting to see those forwards work towards the net too, which is good to see.
Yeah, it was nice. He walked right out there and had him in the slot.
And then equally, Norwood coming back, throwing that puck on net, getting a face-off, and keeping Quinn attentive. And they're doing a very good job of defending that and then taking it the other way. That player, what I liked about that, was not trying to go through the legs or anything like that. Just throwing it on net, seeing if a rebound pops up, get the face-off, and get a new line out there.
Ferrioli just a little bit behind the red line, results in the icing, much to Coach Allen's chagrin, but the Mustangs are able to come away with it. Lewis spins, sent up into some traffic. Again, Valeri tries to work his way through, shows the shoulder in, bothered there by Fengler.
Fengler, a freshman for Westwood. He's been
got
playing
some size.
Since game one as well.
Yeah.
And Chuck does the same thing. Chuck is not afraid to play freshmen, which is going to make your program better. When you have that freshman come back for their sophomore year, they're really more like a junior. Their confidence is there. They know they can play at that level. They have the at-bats to show, all right, I can deal with the pace. I can deal with the hits. And it's a huge advantage, but it starts with the coach believing in you.
And the freshman this year, Frank Frucci, has seen some playing time. He got a little sick, but he's kind of back there on the backhand. Loose and still no whistle.
No goal by the ref.
And now the puck is sitting out there.
Yeah.
But nice drive there by Westwood.
Yep. Got to get creative.
Yep.
Just throw it on net. And they did there, and it was, I don't know where the puck went. It did go in the net, but it was around the net.
Yeah, Foley was strong right there and held the post. But, like you said, throw it on net. Doesn't matter how it gets in. What do they say? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Rising there, but a nice blocker save by Foley.
Wolverine starting to get.
Yeah, I was going to say, certainly picking up the pace here. And now it's almost like Norwood reacting and chasing, as it were, right? So, chance here.
We got the Den walking by us right now. These are the
look at these guys all dollied up.
With the Peaky Blinders.
Jeez. Wow.
Looking sharp, fellas.
And they're all going to the basketball game.
Oh. Look at that. I love it.
Wow.
And they're all athletes, too. Athletes supporting athletes. There's nothing better about that than that.
Absolutely fantastic.
Westwood able to keep that in. Some big hits, too.
We've got bodies starting to throw. It's getting a little bit physical here as the bodies are getting. McCabe gets it, takes a funny hop there.
And another big hit there. That was Blaney.
Blaney goes down,
Number 10, Billy Conley on the hit.
Dalton's throwing the body around back there, too. That shot never gets through. Mustangs just trying to clear it out here, able to do so. Sheehan picks it up. Sheehan tries to use the defender as a screen. Quinn's able to kick that away.
What a smart move by Sheehan. Use that defender. Also, you're allowing a player on your own team to come into the play, by doing that delay. Got a nice shot on net on Quinn.
Sheehan gets it on ahead to, if you mentioned Frucci, number 2.
Another big hit.
Yeah, everyone's you're seeing people adjust helmets afterwards as they're
Yes.
still trying to be able to see what's going on. Back up to the point to Dumais. That doesn't get through, changes direction and heads into the far corner as Malloy goes after it. Wolverines buzzing right now. Mustangs just trying to get through here, see if they can't gain some sort of possession.
Like I said, too, this is typically where you see a team take a penalty. When one team is dictating, the other team's chasing, and they're getting tired, too. You know, this is where penalties.
Blocked nicely there by Frucci.
That's a big play, able to get it out. Now they're
Yep.
able to get some fresh guys out there.
So terrific job. The freshman comes in. Oh, looking to go
Dumais
back, though.
had-
He's looking at that back door right there for Bloomquist.
there,
Yep. But never got all the way through. Fengler on the backhand, and things will settle down here a little bit. On the forecheck there is Rochi will go in, but some great hustle as Lewis goes in after him. 4 white sweaters on that far side. Comes here to the near side, all the way up top. Martin trying to make the block. Puck gets back in deep.
Ooh, tough pass handled nicely there.
Well
by
done
Dumais.
on the skate.
And a nice hit there.
Solid hit. So we're going to see if Martin can
Larry.
make it. He's going to take the shot. Quinn's able to get a piece of that to send it wide. Things are really starting to pick up here. 3:40 left.
The
Just
parents
misses
fired
there.
up over some of the hits. I
Yeah,
love
oh
it.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. Holtgren will take it.
yeah.
Clears it here to center ice. Just tapped back in nicely as Donovan tries to split the D. Can't finish that. Tries to clear it out, by Fengler keeps
Oh,
it in
good
nicely. That's a great look down the wall on the backhand. Still
Ooh.
loose. Lifts high up again. Fengler will settle it down. Tries to get through traffic. Doesn't. Mustangs just looking
Forces
to ice
an
it
ice.
here, and they were.
Great job by Fengler. He picks the puck up on the boards and then able to work it inside to create an angle. The hardest thing, what you want to do as a D is, if you're going to get pucks towards the net, you got to get it through the net. It's got to get to the goalie.
Yep.
So that's the most difficult thing. But being able to work that in, you're creating a better angle where you can hopefully get that to the net where rebounds happen, screens, tips, everything like that.
So 3:06 left here in the second. Still 1-0 Norwood on Sheehan's power play goal. Mustangs hoping to here in the next minute or so to be able to get Trahan back, who had to sit for his 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He is antsy. You can see he's at the door ready
He's
to get
chomping
out.
at the bit.
So well, I guess if nothing else, at least he'll be well rested.
Yes, he will. But
And-
does he get disciplined by the
That's-
coach, though,
that's
too?
right, yeah.
You don't know. I think he's an important guy.
I think
He'll
he's an
get
important
right
guy.
out there.
He might get disciplined tomorrow for practice, and we'll see what happens.
We got a
Goes
injured
down
Westwood
there, yeah.
player, Connor Blaney on the ice.
Yep.
Whistle.
Yeah. He got taken down. I think he just kind of fell awkwardly as the bodies got tangled up with 2:32 left. So they'll make sure that he's all right.
So we did a live game the other day. I hope he's all right. He's up on his feet, which is good to see. We did a live game the other day, and he had family watching from Thailand.
Wow.
And also California.
Oh.
So he gets the award for
There you go.
for mileage.
For mileage.
And if they're watching this, shout out to the Blaney family. Great hockey family, and Connor, great kid, and hope he's okay. Head coach Matt Siebert talking to the ref. He's not happy about what happened in the corner.
Yeah.
And it's a young kid too. It's you don't like to see any injuries in
Right.
hockey.
Yep. So yeah, it was a little physical down there. Bodies kind of got through. It was
Ooh.
high right. Yeah, that just got a little
Awkward angle
Yep.
there. Went over the shoulder of Foley. Foley's a big boy, huh?
He is.
What,
Yeah. We've got a
6'2",
couple tall between him and Brody Pacheco, the other goalie, and I know Sam Gurney's also got some size too. The two seniors and a junior.
Yeah.
Sneaks all the way through with 2:11 left. So
Ross McCabe pinching down there. Westwood getting a little aggressive, taking those calculated risks that we were talking about, where it creates more offense. If you can keep that puck in the zone, especially when you're buzzing a little bit like they are, that's the goal. What a scoop glove right there.
Yeah, that was, looking at that, I think Brown's going to see whether or not he's out, because he should be out at a whistle, I would think, because he went in.
Foley looking like a shortstop
Yeah.
on a chopper, just running in and trying to beat the throw on a fast runner. And so Trahan's still in the box. He should be out because it was over 10 minutes.
Right,
and
right.
we're inside 2 minutes. So the math is not mathing.
But whatever the ref said to him, he's clearly not out for a while because he sat back down.
I think he said something to the ref that he didn't like.
Yeah, exactly. Langston Coyle out there, number 9. Another junior, again, trying to get a little bit of time here because you talk about having some fresh legs in the third period. So Lee.
That was a hard shot.
Up there, tops. Oh, just hops over
so hard
Barioli. Yeah, all the way around.
All the way down, too.
Holtgren will chase with 1:25 left. Trahan back up, so maybe he's getting close on the whistle.
Yeah. Another quick period.
Yeah, terrific job, though, there, keeping that one in by Donovan. So 1:14 left. Sheehan goes far side. Terrific look there as Coyle picks it up. Goes deep, burning some time. Down here, the final 60 seconds. Quick little shot off there by McDougal. Quinn's able to turn that one loose. Popped up there. Doesn't get all the way through. Mustangs will regroup with 50 seconds left. Holtgren. D to D. Bounces quickly. Holtgren will take it back.
It's what we call the vulnerable minute. Where
you talk about the last thing you want to do is give one up.
I was literally saying the vulnerable minute because when you give up a goal or you score a goal in the last minute, you have all intermission to
think about that. Yeah, Matt Donovan with 38 seconds left. You know, I think you kind of look back there. Holtgren had gone over D to D to Roach. Roach was trying to give it back to him. And instead of just chipping it out, Holtgren turned and had his pocket picked.
And Trahan still in the box. I don't understand kind of the logistics of that.
I'm not quite sure. It looks like he's going to sit for the entire time. So maybe by the third period, he'll be very well rested.
Listen, I'm a Westwood homer. I don't agree with that. I'm a big proponent of officials give warnings. You know, that's how you set the boundaries.
Final 20 seconds here. They get it in deep. Quinn pokes it in, and Grenham dives in. Final 7 seconds here, and that should probably do it, unless something happens wacky. But that should be about it. As Foley was already skating out, and kind of that same thing, right? He's got to be saying to himself, again, it was a terrific shot. Donovan's shot was, that's just a
right under the crossbar, right next to the head.
Beautiful.
Where they say when the goalie goes down, go right by the head, go, because it's no goalie's really going to try and do a header save.
Right.
What a period.
Goalies are crazy, but I think they're not that crazy.
Not that crazy.
They're not that crazy.
But what a period. Back and forth. Westwood made the adjustments that I thought they were going to make. And you know what? It's going to make for a very exciting
sets it up for exactly what we thought it was going to be, right? We said this is going to be a close one. This is going to be a big match between two quality squads. And, it's exactly how we want it, right? It's exactly what we want to set up for the third. So Donovan ties it up with less than a minute left in the second. And we'll get the ice done, have it dried out again, and be back here for third period action right after this. All right, and we are back and ready for the final frame here. Morgan, we couldn't have drawn this one up any better, right? This is exactly what we
to a T.
Yep, it's kind of what we wanted, and be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. And we have here is Zamboni, both manual and the automatic one have been out. Looking across the way, number 4, Trahan, who again, well rested after not only sitting in his 10, we did kind of go and,
and we're going back to the
we got to pick the door.
So, Mark, we do have our first final of the day in the Westwood Norwood games. Girls basketball. Norwood girls won 62-33 over Westwood, and they clinched the TVL title.
Yeah, it was it. Coach O'Donnell's, and she's got 2 seniors on that team.
Wow.
So, it's just
scary.
Really, really, yeah. Other scary stuff. I mean, Medfield, I don't know if, the Medfield's girls team is like at a whole different level right now, and they have very few, very
freshmen
few
that came into the mix. You think, all right, maybe they graduate a couple.
Yep.
They didn't graduate anything.
Nothing.
And then a freshman came in that made the team better too.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the rich getting richer.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like when the Patriots drafted Wilfork after 2 Super Bowls, or after 1 Super Bowl.
So we'll see how things start out here. Great little shot in, nice there by McCabe, and Foley's able to turn that one to the side. Break here as Lee comes away. Got Trahan with him.
John
right
Quinn,
into the gut there of Quinn. Yeah, nice job. But 2 good rushes, both directions.
The hockey team coming in now. She was cheering on their boy counterparts for the Wolverines. They've been having a fantastic year. 15-0-1 on the season.
That's nuts.
The number 1 team in D2 right now.
Really, really impressive. And we had talked about, beforehand, certainly all of the various Norwood, Westwood connections. Shannon Gillis being one of those coaches over there. And
doing a terrific job with Lauren Hilberg, who's the head coach.
A race here. Terrific job as Bloomquist gets through and then follows his shot there.
Big save.
Terrific job by Bloomquist, though, right? I mean, he makes the shot, and rather than zip back behind the net, crashes it, and he's got the stick out there, and had another poke at it. So a terrific job by
Foley
Bloomquist.
came out. Foley came out too to cut that angle off. So that was a great job by him. There was really not much to shoot at, and Bloomquist knew that, so he figured there's more likely going to be a rebound. I'm going to crash this net to get another whack or 2.
So Valeri will bring it in, looks to go to the far side, picked up by McDougal. TJ Martin tries to keep it in, can't do so. Also Ryan Grenham. Mustangs will reload here at center ice.
So both teams have seen 2 periods worth of each other. Now, this 3rd period, it's going to come down to who's going to make the first mistake.
Yep.
And I think the team that's able to capitalize on that is the one that's going to win.
Rolls up here, Billy Conley takes the shoulder. Trying to get it in deep, can't do so. Comes away with it, Gillis. Tries to get it in, that zips up high and over. Great little shot there by TJ Martin right at the end of his shift, so he'll zip off as
he was battling 4 guys
and
there,
Tipkin.
able to get that through. Good to see Connor Blaney back out there. He was the injured Westwood player, so good to see him there, and he's laying a hit as well.
Billy Conley working hard here defensively. Roach tries to get it out, can't do so. Kept in smartly by Dalton. Dalton gets the shot off, and Foley with the glove save. Getting back to Shannon Gillis, though, and again, some of this Westwood-Norwood connection, I'm going to take a little bit of credit because when Shannon was first starting to play hockey at the squirt level, there were 4 girls that wanted to play boys squirt hockey, and we had 2 squirt teams. So Coach John Dole and myself took all 4 girls, including Shannon, Casey Smith, and a couple others. Terrific work here as Foley's able to kind of fight it off. And they turned out to be some of the best hockey players, so much better than the boys that we had.
If I had a daughter tomorrow, and first I'm going to get her a wraparound.
Yeah, boy, you don't see those all that often. But Sviat Antipkin, the senior, adds to his goals. One of the leading scorers here for the Mustangs. Picked one up yesterday or the other day against Holliston. And a big goal there.
That was
12-21. Yeah, that's just,
Crashing net.
yeah, you talk about those kind of, I'll use the word kind of dirty goals. It's not fancy.
Greasy.
You're down there and you're working hard and it pays off. So Antipkin gives the Mustangs a 1-goal lead here, but plenty of time, 12-13 of the 3rd.
So I was saying, just piggybacking off of what you were saying about Shannon Gillis, if I had a daughter tomorrow, I want her to play hockey.
Yeah.
It's a sport that my whole family's been playing. But B, playing in the town with the boys, I've noticed the girls' hockey team, many of them played with the boys growing up. And their game, they're unbelievable, to come through Westwood Youth Hockey. It's an amazing story. And no one more prideful.
Terrific move through here. Westwood trying to answer right away, but Foley with a terrific save.
What a save. No one more prideful about than Ed Galvin, Westwood Youth Hockey president, of the girls, boys playing together, the developing together. They're all the biggest fans of each other as well. But it really, has benefited both the boys and the girls playing together, with the youth hockey program.
And just the growth of the women's game,
yes,
is so refreshing to see. I know that Bill Nauman here in Norwood was instrumental trying to pick it up there. He's big goal there. Ryan Valeri, 2 goals in just over a minute. Valeri extends it to 3-1. But face-off win, Valeri turns, fires, kind of goes top shelf. Not much Quinn can be able to do on that.
He positioned himself nicely on a loose puck, got a good shot on net. Quinn got a piece of it, but the puck was able to still get by him for Norwood to get their 3rd goal to take a 3-1 lead.
It was interesting. Morgan, you had mentioned, what do you do between periods?
Yeah.
If you're Westwood, you have that goal, 30 seconds left in the second. You've got that momentum, and if you're Norwood,
huge.
How do you respond?
Yeah.
And the Mustangs have come out with 2 quick goals.
They came out with purpose.
Yep.
They came out with, we're getting the first one. And I would have said the next goal is the biggest goal of the game, and it was. Norwood used that momentum to just get that second one.
What's interesting, again, about this game, is the little shot there gets blocked as Valeri blocks McCabe's shot, is that, certainly this is a game of momentum, and it can shift very quickly. So let's see how Westwood responds.
Yeah.
And again, a little mistake here, a missed pass there.
Absolutely.
In an opportune time, we saw that, Donovan's goal was a result of a turnover in the zone. Yeah. And, good teams will capitalize on those mistakes.
They also do say the 2-goal lead is the most
dangerous in all of sports. Exactly right.
Being that, because if Westwood scores the next one, they're within 1, and they got the momentum.
Yep.
But also 2-goal lead is sometimes a team sits back and they figure, all right, we got a 2-goal lead.
Right.
We have a pet. And it's, hockey, you can score quick goals. Norwood just did it. They scored 2 goals in probably less than 2 minutes there.
Right. And if I'm Westwood, I'm thinking that exact same thing, right? There's 10-15 left here. There's no need to get themselves, in some sort of panic. Mm-hmm. And if I'm Norwood, just like you said, you cannot afford, to take a moment's off. As Roche tries to backhand it there, is able to do so. Comes up here to Antipkin. Antipkin able to clear it through nicely there. Picks up Gillis. Gillis through, split, sends it on over to Mike Grenham. Grenham leaves it right there. Oh, good stick.
Oh, what a save by Quinn.
Oh, terrific job there. And the ice will be here, but that was a
Johnny Quinn with a huge save.
Great save. Yeah, one of those, sometimes make a note of that. 9:45, right?
But what a pass, though. That backhand pass to, I don't know if it was Antipkin, with that opportunity.
Yep.
Quinn had to come back. He was already on the ground, and to be able to get, a body on that puck to keep that puck out of the net was incredible.
Yep. You talk about the size of Foley, Norwood's goalie. Quinn's no small little spring chicken himself.
No, he's a big boy.
Yeah. Oh, terrific one action here.
And Nolan Lewis working it across on the entry.
Strong skater for just a sophomore.
Offside call. That's the thing that's been most notable about his game this year is his skating. His skating abilities. He's had the moves. He's had the finish. His skating, though, is really he's had a stride on folks when he's been able to get to the outside.
Yeah, he plays. You can see he certainly plays with a lot of confidence.
Matt Donovan.
Yeah.
Good look there. He had the goal for the Wolverines.
Donovan, too, was able to actually kind of get the shoulder and had the defenseman beat. And Foley was able to kind of just shut that down there on the near side. Bodies start to fly there.
They get a power play for Westwood. I don't know what the call was, but something in the corner. Westwood going to get their second power play of the game. Oh, no.
Wait.
Is it on Westwood?
It's interference,
Interference on Matt Donovan.
So
it's gonna be a
Donovan,
penalty kill for the Wolverines power play for Norwood.
And again, it kind of looks back to a player like Donovan's stature. You don't want to take a penalty to begin with, but then when you put one of your stronger
in the box,
in the box, it was like having Trahan sit for 12 for them. So
it's a much needed kill here for the Wolverines. You can't afford to give up another goal to make that lead 3. Got to keep it at 2 here.
Mustangs again, they start to kind of work that outside. And Tipkin's able to hold on to it. He'll take it all the way around by himself. Looks maybe to go back up to the point. Does back up there to Valeri. Valeri across.
And you can see
Martin
Tipkin
thinks
working down on that back door. This is where they do such a good job of moving it around. And that back door is typically open. We got played with a high stick. It's going to bring the face off all the way
down. Yeah, that's certainly a big call if you're Westwood to be able to take that all the way down.
That's going to get at least 30 seconds off the clock if you can win that draw and throw it back in behind the red line or behind the goal line.
So 1:33 left in Donovan's interference. 8:38 left here in the third. Mustangs with 2 to take a 3-1 lead. But Westwood trying to see what they can do to kind of slow this down a little bit.
Connor Blaney going 1-on-4.
That's terrific. You would like to think that if you're he's being able to hold him up there.
Yeah.
And now they come away here.
He got about 25 seconds off the clock just with his contributions down there in the defensive zone. That's a high stick.
Do a high stick again, so he's going to have to wait. I thought.
Oh,
it certainly looked like Westwood touched it, which would have negated it, but nope.
And they're not correcting it. I mean, what they can do is say, my bad, and what they'll do is they'll bring the face off to center ice. I think they're going to bring it all the way back.
Yeah, it's going all the way back. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Chuck Allen's asking
Westwood.
why it's there, and he said maybe he played it with a skate, so I don't know. Or he hit it with, maybe the Norwood player hit it with a skate first, so there was
Hockey's funny. Being a coach, the refs allow you to kind of yell at them a little bit. They'll let you know where that line is.
Right.
Chuck's on his best behavior tonight.
He's been actually quite good. Yeah. Usually we can hear him from here. So.
Yes. But I love the hockey coach-ref relationships. It's always an interesting dynamic.
Nice move there. Tries to go backside, but nobody home.
Tim Malloy.
That's a great play with that. Gets back up 22 against 22. Boy, he's just really working there. Terrific job by Malloy. Mustangs have not been able to kind of get that setup that they had been hoping for. Stepped in. So Timken looks to go far side. He had Trahan there, just bounced over his stick. 21 seconds left in the man advantage.
Try the other side.
Again, and Timken wasn't quite sure where it was. Looked one way, puck comes back this way, 2-on-2. As Bloomquist comes through, just burning some time, takes it. He'll take it behind the net. 7 seconds left on the man advantage. And that's just a nice kill there by the Wolverines. So one rush here, but they get
Donovan back.
He goes right on. And an offsides. So just about 7 minutes even left here. But Morgan, a big kill for the Wolverines on that one.
They needed that. You could not afford to go down 3 this late in the game. And not that they can't come back. It's just, making a big kill is momentum as well. If you can get a big kill, that's momentum that is in your favor to then go out and get the next goal.
Exactly. And you're hoping that, the Mustangs don't take a look at that and strong stick by both.
Great play there.
Gillis tries to get it back onto the backhand. Quinn got that one, but it kind of like handcuffed him a little bit.
Is that Owen McDougall?
Yep.
He did a great job. He worked it back so he could create more space to get that shot off. I mean, what a high IQ play that was by McDougall. And a nice move there by Lewis. But great
Conley
defensive
comes
play
through there,
Conley. That's a sign of a good defenseman where you can be beat, but you're still not out of the play. He got right back in to make a great defensive play to ensure that puck didn't get to the net.
Puck up top, and McDougall's at the end of his shift, so just able to clear the zone. Conley tries to go back against the wall, is able to do so. It's a race here. Sheehan tries to split him. Can't do so. 6 minutes now left here in the third. 3-1 Norwood. Glove down sharply. Got to be able to clear the zone. Got a little bit of lumber on the far side.
Yeah, $400 lumber on the ice right now.
Good little look up ahead here. Lee comes all the way across, tries to dangle through. Oh, sitting there loose. But a great defensive play there. Yeah, I think Donahue was able to get that.
Jumped on that loose puck.
Oh, smart play by the young man there. So the Mustangs trying to reassert some pressure here. Max Conley on the defense. Tries to get all the way through. Stopped there. Rolf comes back with it. Blocked, never gets all the way. Trahan on the backhand. Gets it up there to Sheehan. Sheehan goes to the far side. Valeri will dip the shoulder. Works himself all the way back behind. Up top here, Roach will send it through. Trying to get through the screen, maybe find Sheehan in front for the misdirection.
So much of these games are dictated by the neutral zone, and Norwood has been dominating it. Every time they've had the puck there, they've worked with speed on those entries and created some great offense. So they have really dictated the pace of this play because of the neutral zone and the speed they've had going from their defensive zone onto the entries into Westwood's defensive zone.
So we'll see if they can't keep that momentum, but the face-off here comes to Foley's right with just under 5 minutes left here in the third now. McDougal tries to chip it out, can't, comes back this way. TJ Martin loses it right there, looking around behind, maybe trying that wraparound, zips high, yep. Sullivan keeps it in, goes D to the far side. McCabe brings it up.
Tip
again.
there and saved by Foley.
Yeah, these are kind of tough here. You can hear, the folks again trying to just get it out, get it out.
This is where icing's not a bad thing.
Nope, exactly. Especially where you're here at the high school level, you're able to make the change anyway. You're not stuck. Yep.
I'll take icing all day. Yeah. High off glass is what we used to say to the defense. Every now and then it will just stay in the neutral zone. If you just get off the glass, that's all you want to do.
Backhand here, Antipkin, 1-on-3. High riser all the way around. But Holmgren steps in. We start to back up a little bit. See if that's going to go all the way through. Yep, Holmgren will pick it up around again. Now we're under 4 minutes left here. Holmgren loses it quickly. On the backhand, is able to get it free up there. Race here for Gillis, but terrific step in there.
Yeah, that was
that
the
Fengler, yep.
Fengler. Westwood's got to do that now. They got to start pinching. You got 3 minutes, 40 seconds left. You got to get one. It also makes you have to make a decision here. So, do you pull the goalie? When it comes to these rankings, the differential matters. So, if you pull the goalie and then you go down 3, that does make a difference.
Yes.
In the, so do
exactly.
you stay with the 2, or do you try and get back in the game and win it?
Yep.
I know Matt Siebert, he's going to go for the win, so they will pull the goalie. There's no question about that, and I love it. It sends the right message of we're trying to win every game.
Yep.
We don't care about where the seeds are. Westwood has gone just similar to Norwood. Westwood has gone on the road as a high seed and beat top seed.
Yep.
They have no problem doing it. They actually love doing it.
Yeah, exactly. It feels that much sweeter to win in someone else's barn,
home,
right?
The bus ride home and to hear the other team quiet.
Doubt.
There's nothing better.
Yep. Oh, for sure. Yeah, we were up. You talked about that Tewksbury game. We called that one, and
amazing,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean it's an old barn to begin with, and they are packed in there like sardines, and Norwood in that one just dominated from beginning to end. And I just don't think Tewksbury knew what hit him.
I asked Chuck about it earlier this year, and he said he ran into someone. We got a good look here by Nolan Lewis.
Oh, terrific! Wow, that's a big save there by Foley. To be able to stop Lewis at 3:10.
That was timely.
Oh,
big timely
that
save.
was, yes, exactly right. You mentioned I see, Fengler, switching up here on the D, but talk about having some faith in a freshman defender. You're here in the waning minutes, as it were, and you're still relying on, some youngsters, and these can be, they can be pressure packed. And Fengler did a nice job out there.
Yep. Sophomore. But, what I would say, these kids are battle tested.
Yep.
Coach Ferrari has all the confidence in the world in them because they've been doing it in big games all year long. So it doesn't matter, what it is, what your year is. He's going to call on you because he thinks you're a guy that is going to get the job done.
Good look there to Trahan racing through. Takes that shot off. Take the offensive zone face-off. Can't pull Quinn if it's face-off to his right.
When you're down 2, if you are going to pull the goalie, it's typically going to be right around the 2-minute mark. So Westwood going to try and win the draw here, get it deep, get to the red line, get it deep, and we'll probably see Quinn head to the bench.
Mustangs are kind of hoping just to keep that in. Look there, no ice. It's waved off as it gets deflected, so Roach will go in after it.
Quinn's still in the net.
Oh,
he's creeped out about 10 feet, so he's waiting for the call.
Yeah, I'm looking across the way. I don't see any coach looking to wave him yet at 2:16 left here. Still 3-1. Mustangs with 2 goals here in the third. Able to flip it out. And Westwood will have to clear. They do so. Mustangs will regroup now in the final 2 minutes. Oh, you got a turnover right there. And he scores at 1:54.
Timmy Malloy. So
Terrific job by the senior. And we talked, if you look at that first goal by Donovan, the turnover in your own zone on a mistake, the defense just left it right there for Malloy, and he made the Mustangs pay. And woo, talk about changing the complexion of this game. 3-2 with 1:54 left.
So I coached him when he was a sophomore, and I used to say, if the game is on the line and I got a guy who's got the puck on his stick in front of the net, he's the guy.
Yeah.
He's got the moves.
Wow.
He can also shoot it too. And he showed it right there.
Yep.
That move was fantastic.
Terrific move. The Mustangs are just going to try to get this in deep.
There's some time left on the clock. A minute
for
40
sure is.
counting.
Looking across, and there goes Quinn. And Donovan's shot goes into the gut of Foley, so he'll take the face-off. Just about 98 seconds left here, and exactly,
interesting 98
exactly
seconds.
what we thought was going to happen. You're looking here, the Westwood fans on our left, they're on the edge of their seats. Norwood's on the edge of their seat.
Kudos to Coach Siebert by keeping Quinn in there.
Yep.
So
yeah,
you got within 1 goal by having 5-on-5.
Yeah.
He could have taken the goalie out there, and then that's the game. If they are able to get the possession and then send it down. Also, great timeout call here. Now you're able to get your best, your top guys some rest to then send them right back out there.
Exactly.
Great timely timeout call. They're probably going to be on the ice for the remaining 98 seconds. And this is where, if you roll in 3 lines, they still have a little extra left in the tank.
Yep.
You're not overusing them in periods 1 and 2, and into 3. So it's going to make for an interesting third. 98 seconds. Starts with the win. You got to win the face-off here.
Yep.
And you also got to put 2 guys on for every 1 Norwood guy. You got to have 2 Westwood
2 guys on the puck, right? Yep, for sure. Now, again, obviously, if I'm Chuck Allen and the Mustangs, it comes down to that draw, right?
Yes.
You really want to win that draw back, win it back around, get it out. The hard part, too, is sometimes, these kids see the empty net, and they want to feel like they got it, and you miss it, and you ice it, right? I'd rather you gently get it out, right?
Get it high off glass, where it lands and stays in the neutral zone.
Exactly right.
There's an art to it.
1:38 left here in the third. 3-2 as Donovan has made this a 1-goal game. Big face-off here to Foley's left. And then one back there, quick snap. Doesn't get all the way through. Sheehan tries to get it up, can't, kept in down low. That'd pop up. Stoppage of play at 1:30, so only 8 seconds gone on that. Felt like an eternity.
It felt like 3
I was hoping to look up and see it be at 22 seconds, but apparently, hopefully, Connor Brown over there is working that clock properly. One back sharply there. Ooh, zipping high and wide, but not by much. Quick step in there.
Wow.
Nice and easy, nice and easy. They do so. Terrific walk here. Here comes Lee. Lee on the backhand. Can't make it, but he's burned a little bit of time. He comes on the way back, and they're going to be a penalty on Lee.
So now
for the trip at 1:08.
So now for Westwood, you have a decision to make. Do you keep the goalie pulled where you go 6-on-4?
6-on-4,
or do you stay with the 5-on-4? I think you got to go with the 6-on-4.
I think, there's no indication that Quinn's even moving from that.
No, but if it was the other way around, I would say Norwood stick with the 5-on-4. Your power play's been effective, with just the 5.
So 1-0, just about a minute, your final minute here. Lee goes for the trip, so we'll see. You got 2 bodies in front. Hawk straight up. Just misfires. Mustangs able to get that through, and again, with the penalty now, there's no ice, so we can just clear it all the way. So 48 seconds. Sullivan takes it up behind his own net. Down to 44 seconds.
Most important part here is the entry, and then
they were able to do so. That one sneaks through with 36 seconds left. Looking to get up top. They do so. Bloomquist, D to the far side to Sullivan. Sullivan lifts it up. Kicked out. Still stays in. Still blocked again. Clears the zone with 23 seconds. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan looks to come up to the blue line. Is able to do so. Gets it over to Donahue. Trying to walk through. Save down in front. Foley gives them nothing with 13.9 seconds. It's interesting, too, because Westwood's taken their time out.
Yeah.
So
they don't have
one. Chuck, I think, is not going to give Westwood a chance to
swap
let
out Martin
anybody rest.
Matt Donahue, the fresh legs. Everyone else has been on for the last minute and 20.
The one back there. Oh, terrific job as Valeri went right at him. Looks on the back side, looks around, 4, 2, 1, and that is going to do it. Unbelievable.
Wow.
What a game.
What a game.
What a finish.
Kudos to Norwood.
I think if anyone is the happiest guy right now, Lee, who's getting out of the box.
Yes.
It's like, woo. What a terrific game.
Playoff style.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, it's one of those, if you think back again to game one when the Mustangs, won, and I didn't see the game, but I thought, with the score dictated was, a much different. What a close matchup between these two squads.
Yes.
Goaltending, starts there. Both Quinn and Foley just kept their teams in this one. Foley with some terrific last-minute stuff, but that one that Quinn made when he went kind of sprawling.
Huge.
So, yeah, it was amazing work by both squads.
Both teams got better in this game.
Yep.
Both teams are going to take something from this game that's going to benefit them in the remaining games of the season and also the playoffs. And I got to
Here we go, because we're going to go out, too. We're going to get get that hat on, and then we'll go out here to do our wrap-up.
I must admit, it's not the first time I've worn a Norwood hat.
Right, exactly.
A hockey player dad from Norwood, 61, and a hockey player uncle from Norwood.
That's a bet.
But
that's a bet.
I'm a man of my word. It's a heck of a curve on here.
Oh, yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah. What a fantastic win by the Mustangs. But I think even better, again, just the kind of game that we wanted to see, right? I mean, it was just end-to-end, two good quality squads that are, peaking kind of around the right time for the final two games of the regular season.
Yeah, and I say this, I mean, it's kind of a thing coaches will say when you play teams and you have close battles like this is might see each other in the playoffs as well.
Yeah.
So, you're going to remember these games and it's going to be top of mind. And it was certainly a playoff style that I think when the coaches go in the locker room, particularly the Westwood coaches, they're going to obviously, they wanted to win this.
Sure.
But they're going to say there was some positive takeaways that came from this game that we can use moving forward. So.
And it wasn't interesting because we said, what kind of momentum is Westwood going to come out with on that third period on their late goal, and how's that going to, affect Norwood, if at all, on that late goal? And we saw a good, solid response by the Mustangs, and picking up 2 goals in a minute and change was kind of your difference maker. Westwood had to make it interesting there with that, to make it 3-2, and then the 6-on-4 to end it, and the chance there right in the final minute. But what a fantastic game. I hope that this becomes kind of like, again, kind of a tradition. I think.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, next year when we're over your barn, we'll send one of our guys over there, and we'll call it from there.
Yeah. I'll bring my Westwood hat.
Perfect.
And, I'm going to make sure I'll give you a couple options. I'll give you some stylish ones, maybe some winter hats too. Brian Boudreau,
bucket
also
hat.
Shout out to Brian.
Oh, Brian does some great stuff.
Jack Tolman and the squad at NCM. Really a fantastic partner in the TVL, and also great relationship with Westwood Media Center, and so thankful for
so glad we were able to do this. It really, really worked out well. So your final here from the East Rink, Norwood comes out on top 3-2. Norwood came out on top in women's basketball earlier this evening, so 2-0 right now. And
boys about to kick off. I'm going to head over there and
catch the end of that.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So for everyone here tonight, thanks so very much for tuning in. Your final, one more time, Norwood 3, Westwood 2. Have a great night, everybody.